Today is Monday, April 20th, 2020. The first item on our agenda is to approve the minutes of our previous two meetings, 2/24 of 20 and 3/16 of 20, copies of which are in the packets. Any revisions or corrections to the minutes necessary? If not, a motion to approve would be appropriate.
I would move.
Motion by Peckham, is there a second?
Dawn will second.
Second by Herbst. Further discussion or questions? Seeing none, members in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? None are opposed. And you know, with this WebEx thing, I gotta get used to my roll call votes. So we'll consider the minutes approved without dissenting votes, but we'll take roll call on these others. Okay, so item number 2, consider approval or denial of various license applications. We've got them all in the packets. I didn't see any denial recommendations this month, so we shouldn't have anyone waiting to address the committee. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay, and so with that, a motion to accept or deny licenses as recommended by staff would be appropriate.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, we have a motion by McElhaney. Is there a second?
I'd second it.
Second by Peckham. Further discussion or questions? Hearing none, we'll call the roll. Peckham?
Aye.
McElhaney?
Aye.
Herbst?
Aye.
I'll vote aye as well, and those licenses then will be approved. Item number 3 is consider request for approval of a variance to the chicken keeping license, and the petitioner is Theron Peterson. And you'll see in your meeting packets, he has given us a rendering of what the site looks like as far as the space that he has for keeping this particular coop. But he'd like to have a larger coop than the standard. And he also included a photo of what the coop should look like in its finished state, which is actually quite attractive. Does anybody have questions on this particular application?
I have a comment.
Go ahead, Pat.
I looked at the, I think a very good visual that was provided by the applicant. And I did try to contact the Petersons this afternoon, but was unable to. I was concerned about the placement. The application information didn't state the distance the coop would be from the eastern property line. And so I was a little concerned about that. And I was also wondering if they had done any checking with neighbors to see how the neighbors would feel about it. So I contacted our humane officer, Ashley Bishop, and he said that she was invited to go and view the location and that she would recommend approval. There is enough space, a garden space and all like that. There's enough space on the Peterson property to meet the setback rule from the east property line. And there's also the neighbors, as you can see in the image, they've got a garden back there, so it's not going to be like it's right next to their patio or anything. So considering Ashley's comfort level with it, I would move to approve.
Okay, we have a motion from Peckham to approve. Is there a second?
Herbst will second it.
Okay, we have a second by Herbst. Further discussion or questions? Seeing none, we'll call the roll. McElhaney?
Aye.
Herbst?
Aye.
Peckham?
Aye.
I'll vote aye as well, and that motion will pass 4-0. The last item on our agenda is communications. I have none. Does anyone else have any? If not, and we've emailed out the reports from police and fire just as an informational item. No need to act on those tonight.
I'm wondering, Ms.
yes?
Rasmussen,
Go ahead.
I'm wondering on the reports, it looks like there were additional problems at Hutch's Bar and Nooch's Eatery. If it would be appropriate to, when this whole virus thing blows over, to have those operators come in and appear before the committee. Both of them are over 100.
Yep, and in fact, I was thinking that when I saw the report as well, because those reports will go back on the normal business agenda for the month of May. Assuming that we're not only handling essential and critical business, but if we can get those reports onto our May agenda, we can talk about those and, determine a plan for a dialogue with those owners. Now, in the case of taverns, they're not open right now anyway. That's why I pulled back on the warning for M&R Station also. So that said, as these places are, planning to reopen, then we certainly have to have that dialogue, but we have to be able to gather before we
Yeah.
can do that. So, but yeah, so
So
noted.
long term, we're going, whoever's on the committee,
Right.
would probably be, dealing with that.
Right, absolutely.
Great.
So, okay, so we'll kind of just leave that in abeyance for right now for this month because it's not critical. But recognizing that the committee will definitely have to talk about that at some point. Any other communications from anyone? If not, that's all we have for today. I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I so move. Herbst?
Motion by Herbst, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by McElhaney. Members, we'll call the roll. McElhaney,
Aye.
Herbst,
Aye.
Beckham.
Aye.
I'll vote aye as well, and then we'll stand adjourned for this meeting. So thanks everyone for logging in. And we're all caught up on our work, and I'll see you tomorrow night for our organizational meeting on WebEx.
Very good. That's
All
9
right.
minutes, in case anybody was watching.
Yeah, pretty good.
I
6
might
minutes.
have the record long and the record short. I'm pretty confident.
6 minutes, yeah. Okay,